Here you go. This is what's good. Can I make that go big? Will it make it go big? Oh, I hear the sound of a beverage. I'm just going to refrain, for I will wait. Any drop in the price? No, it's still like 180 quid for the vinyl and whatever it is for the CD edition. So no, it's not good. None of it's good. I can hear a beverage. I'm just waiting. Wait for the beverage. Waiting for the beverage. Come on, beverage. Is that the sound of a beverage? I think that is a beverage sound. It's a beverage sound. Thank you for that. Thank you. Beverage successfully delivered. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's something more interesting than that. Is just people just going to go, oh Darren, this is why we don't watch your videos, because we only care about like the Genesis and bands like that, and you're talking about this fucking airy fairy shit. I can say that now. Yes, there is this coming out. This is in Encyclopedia, the first volume. Or is it volumes 1 and 2? I'm not sure exactly. I think they're calling it volumes 1 and 2 from Split Enz. Who? Well, Split Enz, they're a band out of New Zealand who were doing their own thing back in the day, and yeah, they've got this 5 CD box set. There's also a 3 LP edition, and it's celebrating their first album. Now you're going, yeah, but listen. This is interesting, because their first album exists in a few different versions. There's the first album, Mental Notes, was only released in Australia. Then Second Thoughts was released worldwide, I guess, because they got signed to, I think it was Ireland. Was it Island Records? I don't know. But anyway, Phil Manzanera produced their second album. You know, Phil Manzanera from Roxy Music, he championed them. In fact, Tim and Neil Finn actually appeared on a couple of his solo albums, most notably K-Scope, I believe. And I think Split Enz are really interested. Their first album, that first batch of songs, when Phil Judd was with them, is quite weird and proggy and trippy, and again they're doing this isolated in New Zealand, you know, dressing up and, you know, in strange costumes and using makeup and, you know, doing kind of music hall, theatrical kind of performances, and I find them quite fascinating. Not so big of a fan of their later stuff. They kind of evolved into Crowded House, because Tim Finn cut his teeth with them at something like 16, 17 years old, and then that kind of evolved into Crowded House. But the first album, material from that, I think is worth you checking out, because it's a bit proggy, it's a bit out there. And this box set came out of the blue, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. I'm interested in that, because they've got a bit of a fragmented discography at that first early stage, because they released a few singles. There were some things they appeared on, like the New Zealand version of Stars in Their Eyes, and, you know, they had a lot of songs and bits and bobs floating around. And then they recorded an album, and then they recorded the album again in a different version, and so this consolidates all that material into a nice little set. So I think it's a good thing, and I'll be getting that. There's also Super Deluxe Edition. You might want to head over there if you are interested in this. If you're interested in this set, Super Deluxe Edition. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and get it now. I don't want to do homework. I don't want to give this guy any more of the money. They don't give me any money. They don't help me. Oh, sorry, I just got to go to the thing. Bear with me. Bear with me a moment, dearies. Bear with me, as I've got to find it. Yeah, on here they have one of those exclusive surround sound doodads of the it's not as complete as it could be, because a lot of the extraneous material isn't there, but you've got the mental notes / second thoughts tracks on there, and it's 5.1. There's Atmos. You know, Phil Judd even comes around your house and tickles your balls with a feather. That's a lie. That doesn't happen. You get done for the Trade Description Act if you think that's real. It's not. I made it up to make you giggle. And so yeah, I'll put that link in there, but don't buy anything because I don't get any money. Split ends. And I'll give you the other one. This is, here we go. Oh, no, Darren, you did that wrong. I get it. I get the link. Bear with me. This is the box set. Do check it out if you like split ends. I do. And if you don't, then well, that's your problem, not mine. But I think that's an interesting release, and it's quite reasonable as well. The 5 CD edition here is listed at $42.99. And same for the actual 3 12-inch edition. Don't get all the material on that, but could be nice. Could be a nice thing to have, but $42.99. I think that's a good deal.